Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. The word on the street is Gervonta Davis did 60,000 pay-per-views. Let's speak on it. Check out the Box Room playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. So, yeah, that's a good word that he did 60,000 is the word Rick Glazer putting out there. And, you know, Showtime ain't putting nothing out there. It went from leaking pay-per-view numbers out to Mike Cobbage and Dan Rayfield to, oh, we don't release pay-per-view numbers. We all should just keep that motto. We know from the zone they're not going to release numbers. They're not going to release ratings. We know ESPN Plus, they're not going to release numbers and ratings. Don't ever release nothing, no matter how good or how bad it is, and it won't be demanded. You know, and it won't be a demand for them numbers. But they do it to themselves. And at the end of the day, there's no demand for pay-per-view boxing. None. There's no demand for pay-per-view boxing. Why spend money on pay-per-view boxing when you can take your $80 and do so much more? You can go invest it into something. You know, you can take it to the casino. You can get some wings and some damn Fifth and Hennessy and still have a couple dollars left over. And stream the fight from your phone. Stream the fight from your tablet. Stream it on your computer. You can stream it on your TV for free. And these promoters don't want to build pay-per-view stars. They just want to, when the price get too high, for the fighters, they just want to throw them on pay-per-view and say, see, this all you did. And at some point, I can't even call it counterproductive, but at some point, they losing money. They got to be losing money. And that's when those are talking about, well, we don't guarantee. There's some fighters who don't get a guarantee. We're doing 60,000 pay-per-views, doing 100,000, 150,000. I don't know how they making a living. I don't understand how they making a living, bro. And I know a lot of them PBC fighters over there struggling financially. That's why they all getting advances from Al Heyman, and he putting hella interest on them advances. And the same thing that Bob Arum got criticized for doing with Manny Pacquiao that Al Heyman doing. He putting hella interest on them advances that he. So when you get your check, that money coming out. You ain't even getting a full check. It ain't like, I'm gonna let you hold 200, just shoot the 200 when you get it. Nah, I'm gonna give you 200, but you owe me 250, 300. So I don't even know how a bunch of them survive. That's why some of them doing Instacart and, you know, Uber and Lyft and all that type of shit, bro. And you know, they ain't, you know, boxers ain't the smartest people in the world. So you know a lot of them living above their means. You know it. Getting paid in PBC stock and shit. They don't have no weight. And a lot of these promoters, they don't want to, you know, they got all this control, but they don't want to take 10 steps backwards and 5 steps backwards and take 50 steps forward. That's what they like to do. You're going to start marketing these dudes on free TV if you want to sell pay-per-views. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You're going to have to start marketing these dudes on pay-per-view. I mean, marketing these dudes on regular TV. To get their names buzzing. Then, you know, make the big fights and you know, but at least shit, make the big fights and see what happens. But yeah, it's another consecutive fight in which he's never eclipsed 100,000 pay-per-views. So I don't know what the point they trying to prove by continuing to put his fights on pay-per-view. You know, but I understand going on regular Showtime, he ain't never had a million people view him on regular Showtime. So if I can get 60, 70,000 people to view him on pay-per-view, it's probably better than doing 900, 700,000. Probably better than doing 1 million viewers on Showtime. So I don't really understand the business aspect of it, but you see why they model going broke. You see why. And it could be somewhere more than 60, slightly more, or significantly less than 60,000 pay-per-view buys. Could be. Who knows? But that's for them to figure out. But it doesn't surprise me one bit. It doesn't. He ain't been selling. I mean, what does he have the leg to stand on pay-per-view? Where is his leg to stand on pay-per-view at? He not fighting nobody. Nobody knew who Hector Luis Garcia is. Now he fighting Ryan Garcia. It's another guy who's never been on pay-per-view, who hasn't been in the public eye fighting on his own. He hasn't been on the accessible network. If they were smart, they'd have took Ryan and Gervonta, put them on CBS, headliner and co-feature, and then roll into the pay-per-view fight. If they were smart. But they don't want to spend the money to do it the right way. They don't. They don't want to spend the money doing it the right way. They don't want to spend the money doing it the right way. They don't. They don't want to spend the money doing it the right way. And that's why. They want to take shortcuts. They want to take the cheap route. So be it. But you know, that's something that they're gonna have to live with. And you know, I don't know how you would tell you show Tank the numbers and tell them that we need to take a couple steps backwards, or you need to step up your opponents. You know, as much as you want to go around act like you don't need Shakur and Devin Haney, they all need each other. You need them fights to pique the fans' interest. He need them to do well. He need them to continue to fight on regular TV so they can get the exposure. That's what they need. People want to see big fights. People want to see names. They want to see 50-50 fights, at least fights they think is 50-50. You think as many was over 350 million people or something like that in the U.S. or whatever it is, and only 60,000 people bought that fight. It's crazy. It's absolutely bananas. And they want to go around acting like they stars, carrying themselves like that and shit. You got media members capping for him, like you capping for Denzel Washington. This nigga's a Z-lister, bro. There's YouTubers bigger than them. There's TikTokers bigger than them. There's Instagram creators bigger than them. Come on, LeVar Ball bigger than them. LeVar Ball fought somebody on pay-per-view, would have sell more than 60,000 at the same price. The right person. Come on. Come on. Just speaking facts. So, but yeah, it don't surprise me. It's about who you knocking out, how they market. There was no marketing. The opening press conference, it's like they called a couple people to come. They're like, you threw it together. The presentation was one of the worst presentations on Showtime I seen. It's trash. BOK Prime's presentation was better. It was. So, yeah, you ain't gonna be no superstar in boxing without taking the fights that people want to see. Sugar Ray Leonard had to do it, De La Hoya had to do it. Everybody that was a star in boxing for the most part had to do it. Mayweather had to do it to a certain extent. Manny Pacquiao had to do it to a certain extent. Everybody had to do it, bro. I don't understand why they trying to reinvent the wheel and do so. It ain't hard to do it. If it was an Oscar De La Hoya there, then yeah, you probably can get away with it. If you can make a name off of Sugar Ray Leonard, then maybe you get away with it. But them ain't easy fights. They not. But so be it. It don't surprise me, dude. That dude ain't no star. He can't be a star without his contemporaries, his true rivals, getting in the ring and doing well. You need somebody else. Aaron Pryor needed Alexis Abreu because he couldn't get Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He needed Alexis Abreu. Floyd needed Oscar De La Hoya. You need those type of fights. Ali needed Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Joe Frazier. You need them fights. And if you lose, you lose. You just wasn't good enough. Go back to the drawing board and try again. Sugar Ray Leonard did. Muhammad Ali did. De La Hoya did. You know, Manny Pacquiao did. So it ain't the end of the world, but hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere there, from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.